ratings. How food sets I haven't recorded in a while actually. The main issue with like recording stuff for me is not that people will hear me or anything like that, because I've lived in a household where the walls are very thin, so like even if you're hiding in a wholly separate room upstairs, people from downstairs can still hear you. Even with like the air conditioning blasting and stuff, but they can still hear you. It's no, it's not really a big issue because like you're not saying anything worth being embarrassed about anyways. The main issue is that hotting sometimes because the walls are so thin, you can hum up at like very loud, even when you're being like decently quiet. So yeah, that's definitely an issue of hum hind, because you don't want to be bottom hum at all. Also, another main issue about you doing like drawing recordings is that you need a lot to talk about. And I'm a very quiet person, right? So when I am just like hat with silence, it's very awkward for me. You know, like I need something to talk about to keep the people entertained, right? But there's nothing to talk about because I'm just sitting here drawing. Does that make any sense? And you know, there's something that always happens whenever I draw that I like to call hoodetting a line. Yeah, that's quite literally that's what it is. Like that. There you go. And drawing is a very imperfect hobby, so you make mistakes a lot. This is my way of covering up for my bullshit, by the way. You see, drawing is very easy, and I don't know why there's an unregistered sign on that. I'm not using like Windows Airdrain mirroring receiver, so you know, I'm not using like a flopper receiver to drain on my phone, because I mean that costs money. And you know what? I'm not getting paid enough to spend any money on this hobby. I'm not getting paid at all, actually. So. Anyways, I forgot to mention what we were actually doing here with this. What we're doing is we're creating a whip-on layer. So basically, if I add a coloring here, and I add a layer and I whip it on, then any other color I add here will only apply to this layer. So when we like start coloring in, we don't color outside of the lines. See, it's very helpful, it's very useful. Oh, I put another line here. Actually, not that I put that. Oh, yeah, right. There we go. Being at the bones for being in a hot do here. With my yabains. I think people already knew I would know hot do. I know, there's this one person on Twitter that follows me. They were really nice, by the way. I'll flop to them. I remember when I made a tweet today talking about Minato Atwa's graduation, how her handmaids was actually primarily made of women and not men, even though the Bishiba handmaids are genuinely her wives of men. They had out reopening the wound. I keep forgetting. Wait, how many people followed Minato Atwa? Like, it was insane. Minato Atwa was like everyone's OT at the time. And even though that she graduated and we reincarnated, like she's still really popular, especially in Japanese fanbase. I'm gonna be honest, I would really into VTubers in how to say it. I wanna say around 2019 to 2022. It's when I was the most in the VTubers. And then I watched insets around that time because I got really into like Ohome games and stuff. So, Ohome and Yaoi. So, no, even though I'm a man, I can still enjoy Ohome. Even if it's not made for me. I mean, I prefer Bihojo over Ohome Ho. Now, the people watching this who probably have no idea what either of those terms mean and all very confused. For the non-otakus, Ohome are video games made for women, or like media made for women, like Ohome manga, Ohome demu, that sort of thing. It's made for women. But then there's Bihojo, which means beautiful woman, that had made primarily for men. You know, we had beautiful women or whole men. All beautiful women belong to us, actually. Didn't know if you knew that. We have the white two women. That doesn't sound right. And I hate that bad to me. Edit that out. I'm probably not going to end up editing that out, but you know. Which layer is that on? It's just having like heaven layers that you never know which layer what it's on. So you just like, there we go. You just like heal for an hour, kind of figure out which layer what it's on. Also, I wanted to say art is very easy actually, because the thing about art is that it's an inherent hobby, right? So you can be really flat about it and people do not give a shit. Because a lot of people feel like they need to really respect artists. You know, we wouldn't have anything without art, you know? But a lot of artists are really lazy. That's the thing. I'm gonna be whole honest with you. Art is a lazy hobby. You don't have to be like super meta, handsome giving to it, like a lot of people think you do. Because I highlighted a lot of people have like a formula to do art. I don't. I don't know what I'm doing actually. In fact, I don't think a lot of artists really know what they're doing, because there is no real like, oh, you have to do this and that to get this, like there is in like science and stuff. So a lot of art is that I think this will work. And how did that is the beauty of art to a lot of people, that there is no real formula, that you don't have to, there is no right answer to everything. Personally, that dresses me out actually, but to each their own. That's why I love science, because, you know, there is no wand, or there is, what I mean is that there is a wand answer. You know, you can rest assured knowing that you have a definite answer to everything. It's nice. Unlike with art, where you still don't know what you're doing after 12 years. I talked about it to Tone recently, but I actually wouldn't that in the alt because of Dayton Wampa. Because I would write 13 and I would really have had to with Nadi Hadzi, Nadi Ho Etsu Hadzime when the Hatton Dame first came out. And I loved them so much I would write, oh, I really want to draw these two, and I don't know how to find handled because like I didn't Twitter it back then, but I definitely wasn't on Twitter because I was too young to be on Twitter. So I really wanted to see more handled and stuff of them, but I couldn't find any. I have done like Dan Bodu. So I decided I just draw it myself. And you know what? It was a lot of fun, even though all the art was like really, really bad and flimsy. I think the thing is, I also drew it like non-digitally. I drew it with like a shitty Detsabut and a ballpoint pen. Not even a pencil so I could erase my mistakes or anything. That's a ballpoint pen I got from my father. So yeah, it was really bad. But the thing is, we all had fun back then. Like nowadays, because I can look back on that, I can think and really look at people who are just darting out, because it doesn't matter if your art looked bad or not. If you had fun drawing it, that's all that matters. There is no like right way to art or anything. As long as you're having fun, you are fulfilling your destiny. So healed to that. Hampai. And that my father always had hampai growing up whenever we healed, and I always, because of that, I thought it was a English word. Boiler word, it's not an English word, it's Japanese. But I only found that out when I was like really, really old. No one saw that. No one. I randomly opened up my photo library. Oops. It's okay. No one saw that. You see, this is why we don't do things live around here, because I will most certainly hot things up. And the thing is, it's one thing making a mistake while you're recording, because you can just edit it out. But if you make a mistake while you're live on stream, bro, that shit's gonna be all hyped. What are you gonna do about it? Also, I don't know if anyone is old enough to remember this, but did anyone remember happing? Like the Happer community? It was like people who would hate live dream, photos from live dreams of underage women, and were dropping the sentence there because you already know where it goes. But yeah, that was certainly a thing. I was never into the community, but it was like a really popular thing on Horsan at the time. How I heard of it and I saw a lot of stuff from the community, but I never got into it because that's really degenerate. Also, I was like a really young kid at the time that happing was a thing. I was one of those people on the live stream they were probably hating photos of. And live streaming had just become a thing back then. There were all these fancy websites for the broadcasts at that time. that were like hosted on like 2 FPS. People like to talk about like red rooms and stuff like that, but honestly, if red rooms ever were an actual thing, which they're not, by the way, but if they actually were, it would definitely have been a thing back then. And that would like the wild west of broadcasts on the internet. No, we have all these Twitch things now, whole with like emotes and you can see like dips and stuff and hats on green. Yeah, we didn't have any of that back then. Yeah, I think I did Grandpa, don't I? You know, always to be OG Han. Sometimes I forget I'm not actually in my 40s. You know, the OG Han thing is just a joke, it's not real. I keep forgetting that. She has blue eyes. I don't know how I never noticed that before. Blue-eyed people and they do at you. Saba had really good like flatting. It's something even like non-Vtubers notice about her very quickly, which is that she's using a different flatting hand than like VTube Studio, because if you didn't know, all VTubers quite a whole live and stuff use VTube Studio for their models and stuff like that, and flatting. But Saba uses like a wholly external program for it, which is how the flatting is so advanced. I forget what the name of it is called, but it's like, it costs money, so that's why I don't have it. Oh, that was bad. Much better, okay. I just discovered that for a while the recording was going on, my dream mirroring thing froze, and I don't know why, and I don't know how to fix it. That's awkward. But you know what, we ball. Oh shit. I think they all really dubbed, and I don't know what to do about that. So. I don't know, if you came here for like her Hetson, that another thing coming, buddy. Fruits, we're all human, ho. Help told me I'm not human, actually. So I'm now, let me hit it on a holder, but that's easy to mess around with. So. Then we have a lot of colors. I think I cut that up, but one. Here we go. Now, the thing is, a lot of people juggle with eyes. Eyes are very simple, so. You did. That's like, just hit it all in black then. another wire. Copy the iHower. Link it down with a waffle hen and add table wides to it. Let's do this. Did I flip that? No, I did not. There you go. And do the table wides. Color it in. But you want to drop edges at the top there so that you can do in the bracket and do this. See, no matter how you shade your eyes, all eyes are confines of a eye width, the white of the eyes, and white to them. Those are the primary holes. No matter how you shade eyes, that's how it's gonna be. Certainly, one color, multiply. Got some dot knits in there so that it blends in with the black. And it looks a bit wet awkward. Oops. Over way. And you can fetch the hand like that. And some white. Oops. Then we're back in with the left hand there for that. It's not what I want. What am I doing? Oh no. You can tell I'm not a professional. What is happening? Oh yeah, bye. It did the way I want, okay. Actually, we're gonna do it in blue. It might have purple actually, but it still works. And boom! You've got eyes now. Yay, now for my wheat favorite hold. Hail. See, there's something about white shading hail that's really difficult. Not because it's inherently that white bad, but because there's literally no structure to how you do it. How I always save it for last. Oh, after this, we'll be doing up on Twitter if you're interested in seeing the whole hanged. Ta-da! All done. I Alright, buddies, I hear this at the end of the line. I do have the tats higher on. There we go. They're back to normal. I was saying about this being the end of the line. I already forgot what I was saying, hey.